Hi everyone, good morning. It's another beautiful day on planet Earth and again a bit of a strange one for most people. Banjo's here and looking out the window and having a great morning so far. Well, actually he is and he isn't. He's been a bit grumpy today, so yeah, he's kind of demonstrating what it's like to be around during these times, and that it's not always motivation and feeling of having this challenge and getting our teeth stuck into it that's with you. Sometimes, oh, see, not happy. He's gonna go on here. Just put Banjo on his bed. So we don't always feel motivation, we don't always feel spirited, we're not always saying, okay, we'll get through this, let's use that community spirit to lift us up and get us on to the next thing. Sometimes we really feel really rubbish and overwhelmed, and a lot of my clients have got anxiety and feel anxious and worried thoughts on an everyday basis anyway. And I know really in terms of the population in the UK here, that's actually probably a few million people who have that too. So my clients are just a tiny little percentage, but it affects us all from time to time. It's not necessarily that we have anxiety and that's confirmed by somebody else, but it can be that we still have feelings of anxiety. And in these changing times, it's more important than ever to have a few little skills that you can pull out when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling scared, you're feeling nervous, or when you just don't know how to refocus to do that next task that you set yourself. So lots of us will be doing to-do lists around the house. So for example, yesterday I cleaned out the cupboard under the stairs, which was something I've been meaning to do for 5 years. And my husband fixed a drawer in the kitchen. We felt great after that. But there is a point at which you have a really long to-do list, and this happens in normal life, not just lockdown life, and you don't really even want to start because you're a bit overwhelmed by what you set yourself up to do. And so one thing we will always have as a skill is thinking about breathing. I know breathing seems to be a bit of a popular topic at the moment, but that's because number one, it's free, and number two, the science behind it is quite astonishing. So breathing properly and in a focused and mindful manner has shown to really help people lower blood pressure, help with digestive issues such as IBS and any stomach problems in general that you're going through because of stress, and also calm the mind. Breathing properly helps stimulate the parasympathetic nervous response. All of my clients will know that I talk about this endlessly when we're doing reflexology or they've come to me for a massage. It's that response state that we really love being in and that our bodies thrive in. So when we're in a calm state, our blood pressure lowers, our heart rate lowers, we start doing lots of lovely work on a cellular level to help repair and strengthen us for what comes next. If we're always in the sympathetic state, which is the knee-jerk reaction state and the doing mode, then we're not ever really allowing ourselves to do the maintenance work that we need to do every day, and we're keeping ourselves from feeling what we're feeling. So all those diversionary tactics that we normally have in life, such as getting up, rushing through breakfast, rushing through seeing our families, quickly texting somebody back, getting in a car, sitting in a traffic jam, or crushing ourselves onto a train, then going to work and being bombarded by 1,000,001 inquiries all day or 1,000,000 tasks to do all day, divert us from how we're feeling. So we can't possibly experience our emotions if we're always busy. So the one thing we can return to is our breath. How do we breathe properly? Well, number one, we have to use this rather than this. This is about eating, so your mouth is brilliant for chewing and swallowing and all the other things, talking, but this is designed for breathing. And the reason that your nose is designed for breathing is that it has lots and lots of hairs, it has a protective surface that acts as a filter, and if you breathe through your nose, you actually increase your availability of oxygen and it helps your lung performance in general. Now, there's a million and one different scientific papers about this, and I can give you lots of links to people who've talked about this in depth, such as Wim Hof, who is really famous for talking about how breathing can make you more resilient. And I will put links to those further down if I can, and you can look into that further. But all I need to say is breathing through your nose is going to help you feel calmer. Breathing through your mouth is going to bring in unfiltered air, and you're going to use the top part of your lung rather than use the full space of your chest area and your diaphragm, which is that flexible band in the middle of your torso that regulates so many different things. So, box breathing is an exercise that lots of people might have heard of, which is a really nice little entry level way to breathe. And I'm going to take you through this now. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the process of box breathing. It's super simple, super easy. All you have to remember: breathe in for the count of 4 through your nose, hold for 4, breathe out for 4 through your nose, and then hold again for the count of 4, and then repeat. So what that's doing is slowing everything down, making you focus inward, concentrating on your breath. Let your breath be your anchor. Your breath is like the anchor on a boat, grounding you into one spot. So if you want to breathe with me now, just sit comfortably in a seat or on the floor, or you can stand, but just make sure you're in alignment so everything is nice and straight. So you've got your rib cage over your hips, and then you've got your head over your rib cage, or head over heart, heart over pelvis, if that's easier to remember. If you want, you can close your eyes, and when you have, or you've settled with your eyes open, just take a nice slow breath through your nose for the count of 4. And then hold for the count of 4. Breathe out for the count of 4. And then hold for the count of 4. So we're just going to go through that again. Breathe in for the count of 4. Hold for 4. Breathe out for 4. And then hold again for 4. And you can do this as many times as you want. You could just do it once. And I find this beneficial if I'm just about to do something that I think is going to be very taxing, or I just need to refocus before I start the next thing. I hope you enjoy. And I'm thinking of you all, and we're all in this together. And I will speak to you very soon. Much love and virtual hugs. Bye.